Hello and welcome to round one of the Dynamic Nights Esports Diamond Series. We're at France at Le Castellet Circuit. My name is Plevs and I'm joined in commentary by Zucchini, aka Zach Crichton. How you going, Zach?
Yeah, not too bad.
So
We should be in for a great race tonight, shouldn't we?
yeah, absolutely. There's been a bit of anticipation for this one, having kicked off a couple of weeks later than the Masters Series. So these guys be raring to go, I'd say.
Yep, for sure. And we have Tower back as well. We'll see how he goes with his knee. But
yeah, of course.
hopefully he can last the race.
Absolutely star-studded field here. 18 drivers today. As we're just seeing some of the drivers come out of the pits for the qualifying session. Looks like it's a dry qualifying. So we'll have to keep an eye on what the weather's doing throughout the qualifying session and the race. If you're watching the stream, any of the drivers and you're able to give us the weather. Actually, as I say that, James Cruz has just said that weather is clear for the race, so no weather expected either session, like it looks like. So let me just get some data up here. So we've got a track map. It has been a while since I've been in spectator mode. Get some lap data up.
Texas has spun. Sorry to interrupt there, Matt, but Curvin Texas has spun on his outlap.
Okay.
He's back going now.
I don't think we quite got anyone on a lap yet. Not everyone. There's all but 3 drivers on an outlap though, so everyone will be kicking off a lap pretty soon. The strategy at France is medium to hard or hard to medium. So those looking to qualify on the soft tyre will be doing so to try and get a good qualifying position. Or maybe they just don't know what the strategy is here, I'm not sure, but yeah. Who is going to be first to start a lap?
Kelly, I believe. He's just gone across the line. Yep, to start his hot lap.
Alright, we'll jump on board with Finn. This comes down to turn 1, misses the apex by a little bit. Pretty clean there. He is on the soft tyre as well. Is Alfa Romeo driver. But keep in mind that even the Diamond League is full no assist, so that's no ABS, traction control, racing line, manual gears, manual ERS, manual starts, manual pit lane, everything. So the most driver controlled race you could have, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So that might be quite new for some of these guys as well. I'm not quite sure who is used to running no assist, but yeah, I'd say it'd be quite new for a lot of these guys. It's been a pretty tidy lap so far from Finn. This is entering lap 3 now. If you are joining us on the stream, say hello and give us some predictions for the race if you do have any. I might just test the audio and make sure everyone can hear us. 2 seconds. Yep, seems to be alright, Zach, so
yep.
we'll kick on.
As Finn comes up to the line, he's done a 1:32.5.
I might jump off the onboard camera.
Yeah.
It's like the rocks out there on hard tyres. We've got a couple of guys on the mediums, as Bodhod is the second driver to put a lap in a 1:33 flat. 5/10 off Finn, but he was on the hard compound tyre, so 2 compounds difference between there. Banana Josh goes third fastest with 1:34.7. We'll see what the Rock can do. I would assume that the Rock is going to be up there in terms of pace, but I'm not sure how used to no racing line is. So see how he goes. Comes up to the line now. It was a 2-minute flat, so maybe he's just starting a lap. Curving Texas is 1:47. So a couple of these drivers just getting their eye in perhaps with no racing line. Looks like there's quite a few that have actually aborted their laps as well, as we now have 7 drivers in the pits that haven't set a time yet. So they must have either invalidated or maybe, yeah, I'm not sure, came in to change tyres or something. But yeah, all but 3 drivers were out before. NBC Alcatraz, I think, just went 4th fastest with a 1:37. And he might be on another lap now as well in the Force India. Oh, I just said Force India, Racing Point.
Well, there's been a few spins so far, but it seems that they've all got away with it, which is
brief
good.
yellow flag, yeah.
Yeah, that was for Dylan, I think, in Sector 2. He just lost the rear end.
Yeah. So welcome Banana Cake and welcome Toaster to the stream. Not sure who else is watching. There's 5 people watching apparently. I think I'm one of those, so it's 4 other people. Welcome, guys. So Zach, do you have any off-the-cuff predictions for this race one?
Ooh.
Or what about for pole? Or pole might be tricky because there's like people qualifying on softs. But
yeah, it is.
If you know the strategy, then you probably don't want to do that. So
yeah, this grid is quite interesting. I reckon maybe Game Burger, because I did hear that he's been doing some practice the last few days. He's been showing some great pace. Or yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe Gala is off his strong result from last night. He was very quick in the yellow series, so we'll have to see. So how about you, Matt?
Speaking of Game Burger, we're just jumping on board with him now as he's entering the final sector on a flying lap on the hards. Yeah, look, I might even go a bit of a... I think the DNE coordinators are a good chance. NBC Alcatraz and Tao. I think they should do pretty well in this. To be honest, I'm not quite sure about a lot of the drivers. There's quite a few I'm unfamiliar with that haven't put a lap in yet. So we only got 7 laps on the board at the moment. So we'll have to see. But yeah, from what I know The Rock is pretty fast with racing line, so I'm not quite sure how he'll go without. As Gaming Burger goes 6 fastest with a 1:36.6. Yeah, I think Bodhod obviously has the quickest time on the hards at the moment, only 5/10 off the soft provisional pole time, so that looks like a good time from him. And he's a full 1.1 seconds clear of the next hard runner, so I'd probably have to say Bodhod is looking pretty decent right now. But we're not even halfway through this qualifying session. Plenty of time left for the drivers to get their laps in. As Gaming Burger's not... Oh, he's getting out of the way. I think he was giving his teammate a tow then, was he? Oh no, it was a Racing Point who went very deep. Was it Alcatraz? No, it was the other one. Oh, I think it's Bodhod again.
Bodhod.
Speaking of the guys I just mentioned, here's Very Lazy Towel out on the mediums very early if he wants to be starting the race on these tyres. So I'm not quite sure if he had a set of hards to go with on a first run, but there's a yellow flag there. I'm not quite sure who that's for. Might just be someone going slow in qualifying. So we'll see what Tow's lap's going to be. Open DRS is coming up the line now. We should shoot him up. There goes second fastest with a 1:32.6. Only a 10th off provisional pole, but of course on the one
and
compound
harder. Did improve in that lap as well. 33.003.
Oh yeah, very marginally quicker, yeah.
But he was up by 4/10 in Sector 2, so he must have made a slight error.
And the safety cars banged in a 1:33.4 on the mediums, and that's good enough for 4th place. So a couple of guys choosing to go pretty early on their medium run, to be honest. Still 9 minutes left. Usually you probably want to be getting a few laps on the hards and then go for your medium run at the end.
Yep.
But yeah, maybe opting to just go on the mediums early and see how it goes and possibly go on the softs later. I'm not sure.
So we still haven't seen a lap time from a few people, like Wingman and Unit Garina. He's very quick lately in the Yellow Championship as well. So he should be one to watch, I think.
Okay. Sorry, I'm probably not following the best cars at the moment. Let's go on board with Unit. He's not on a lap, I believe. He might just be starting one.
Yeah, he must have aborted it.
No, he's still running in zero
yeah,
ERS. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
Yeah, that lap wasn't valid as he didn't get a time on the board, fortunately.
Yeah, I don't think he's on a lap now either, judging by his ERS. So might go to Breno, who is on a lap. He's coming through the third sector at the moment, so we'll follow the Toro Rosso. He's on the mediums. Little lock up there through second last corner. Comes through the last corner now. Up to the line. Goes fourth fastest, 132.7.
His top five are looking quite close, aren't they?
Not too shabby. Oh, and didn't really notice, but Alex 96 NZ has put it on provisional pole by 3/100ths of a second. But he's actually done 2 laps on those soft tyres as well, so they'd be looking pretty second hand. So he'll want to get out on a fresh set and try and better that time.
Yeah,
because you don't want to be starting the race on a set of softs that have done 2 flying laps. They're going to have not much life left. So all but 3 now have set a time. Garlas is on an outlap in the Renault, and Wingman is also on an outlap in the Mercedes. Unit is still out on track.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Garlas has actually left Zach, so he is pitted and left the session. I'm not quite sure why.
Oh, Dylan's lost it. No, he was on a good lap then, I think he was then. Massive improvement, at least. He's lost it. So yeah, a few of these drivers getting caught out with the no assist.
Absolutely.
As yeah, we got Gars and Unit Green and Wingman, and they're usually strong contenders in the yellow. They haven't adjusted too well at the moment.
So Wingman's on a lap now, and I think he's one of the only guys on a lap at the moment, so we might as well ride on board. He comes into that part of Sector 1. Yellow flag in Sector 3, I think it's just someone going slow. Quite nice through there, actually.
Yeah. So I'll check your sector times and compare it to the top. 25 to 7 sector 1. Check that against Alex. Okay, yeah, so he was only a couple tenths off, so he's not too bad.
Missed the apex at the chicane by a little bit, but not too bad. Oh, he might have ran a bit wide. He hasn't invalidated though, he's still good.
Yeah, that is a little hack on that corner. You can run a bit more than the track limits there, but they need to be careful.
Yeah, doesn't hug the inside line too much. Oh, he's drifting a bit wide. He's brought it back nicely though. Yeah. Not much momentum, but we'll see how he finishes this off. These are all very tricky corners without racing line if you are somewhat reliant on it or not used to not having it.
Oh, tips it in a bit deep.
Jeez, it's really quite a baptism of fire, this track, for no racing line. As AU Wingman goes 7th fastest, but he's on the right tyre. That's the main thing. If you're in the top 10, you want to be on the mediums.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're first or 10th. I think I'd rather be 11th on mediums or hards than first on softs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Someone just zoomed by. It might be the Smeg. He did a 134.1. So yeah, that's 9th place at the moment.
Thanks, yeah.
So Gala's still the only driver not to set a lap time, and I haven't seen him rejoin the session. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. As spectators, we can't invite people back, so if any of the drivers listening or watching might want to flick him an invite so I can get back in. But Is there anyone on a lap at the moment?
No. So Unit Grinos, he's gone up in PA on 3-lap old medium, so he struggled to get a lap in there, but he managed to get one in.
So
He popped himself in the top 10.
NBC Alex Traz is currently out on softs, just started the lap.
Interesting.
Just at the end of the sector 1. So he's out of the top 10. I'm not quite sure what lap he did the 24.9 on. Might have been hard. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But he's gone straight to the softs, which is interesting. Oh, he runs very deep into the chicane. Yeah, he's kind of messed that section up there. Trying to help his lap time. He won't have time to go again, or get into pits and go again rather. But this lap will have to count for him. The Rock as well, way down, so struggling a little bit without racing line perhaps. Always Banana Josh's. No, he's kind of off. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Just a bit distracting for Alcatraz, but he hugs the second last corner nicely. Maybe turns in a bit early for the last corner. Going up to the line now.
Should put it in top 5.
Well, 8,
okay. You won't be too happy with that, but then he's quite close to the front.
Especially on softs. 8th place on softs is not ideal.
Yeah.
Banana Josh, 15th. Okay, so the Rock is on a flying lap. He's in the first sector. So a lot of the guys out on track now on their final runs. So this is going to be very frantic this last couple of minutes of qualifying. He's on the Mistral Straight, heading up to the chicane. There's quite a few drivers. There's quite a few drivers. Hopefully Curving Texas sees him and lets him go. He has. Well done, Curving. Nicely done. Oh, and Unit Gringos absolutely cut the chicane to try and get around the track. So for the stewards watching, that is a bit illegal, but we'll carry on with this lap from the Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, he runs a bit wide. He's still good though. False Equation, he'll be trying to make the line here, so this is very awkward for him because False Equation needs to make the line, but he needs to get out of the way of the Rock as well, so I'm not sure he's going to make the line. What's he going to do? Oh, he didn't go fast. He went 2 tenths slower. And there's a whole heap of cars now. False Equation.
Oh, Grino didn't make the line either.
False Equation has invalidated as well. So
safety car goes top on a 31.8 on the softs.
Oh wow!
Beautiful that time.
So that's it for most of these guys. Dylan's still on a lap. Oh no, he's out of DRS. Alcatraz is in the pits. Tao is
in. Finn is on a lap, I believe.
Tao's on a lap, but he's being looks like he might get a nice toe actually off the Rock.
Oh, that is beautiful. If the Rock moves out the way,
if the Rock gets out of the way, he'll need to.
Oh,
yes,
look at that! Absolutely masterclass.
They're not even teammates. What's going on? I didn't notice though, but Tao is invalidated because we've got the red track map on the right, so this lap will not count. Finn, however,
is looking very nice on this lap so far. He could be challenging pole, try and get himself on the front row. Oh, he might have made a meal of that. We'll see.
That was quite a nice last corner. Always.
What is it?
Oh, pole position.
It is.
Finn Kelly.
By Finn there.
What's that? 6 100s?
Yeah, that is great. And he only joined the Discord today, so great first impressions by Finn Kelly.
Very nice.
Absolutely turning it up.
So as we said, Tao's lap line count is off anyway. Yeah, Dylan's in the pits. The Rock's in the pits, and I think that's everyone. So Finn Kelly has put it on pole, but under the radar a little bit, Bodhod has gone third fastest on the mediums with the 132 flat,
very quick,
which is only like less than 2 tenths off pole on the mediums. So I reckon he's looking very, very good for the race. Is Bodhod. Alex as well. only 4 tenths behind Bod. But actually went for... Oh, actually I've just noticed that Bodhod's gone for 3 laps on those mediums. So, I mean, that's not
It could be a
ideal,
bit
but
more than that.
tyre wear around France isn't too bad though. So it does have that working for him. So there you qualifying results. Finn Kelly in Alfa Romeo takes pole position on the soft tyre with 131.8. Joining him on the front row safety car, also on the softs. And then we have Bodhod, the first of the medium runners, Alex on the softs, Tao on the mediums, Berger on the mediums, Breno, Curving and Alcatraz both on the softs, and the Smeg rounds out the top 10s on mediums. I think everyone else was on mediums except James Cruz. Galaz unfortunately lagged out
Yeah, he
some.
did see
I don't think.
so he did lag out, did he?
I
Okay.
don't think he joined back, so unfortunately, I think we might just have 17 for the race, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, quite eventful opening qualifying session of this series. Now, while the drivers are doing their little, getting their strategy ready for the race, I will bring up tonight's multis for this race, brought to you by NBC. NBC's multis. So our first bet for the multi is Curving Texas, top 3, which is paying $5. Smeg to beat James, which is paying $2.25, and 3 drivers to not set a time in quali, $8.50. Well, I think that one's gone because I think there was just 1 driver to not set a time, so
Yeah,
that
cross
one's
that one
out.
off. It's gone.
And and the last one was over 50 seconds of pens, which is paying $3.60. I'm not quite sure if that means for all the drivers or for one driver. No, you can't get for one driver because you get
No, the
disqualified.
max is 24, I think, isn't it, for one driver and 50%,
Yeah,
something
look,
like that.
yeah, look, I'm pretty sure between the 17 drivers we have that there's going to be more than 50 seconds worth of pens. I think you could easily double that.
Yeah,
But yeah, not a bad multi. We'll see what his
yeah,
next
not bad.
one is for
But
the next one. But
so we do have Curving Texas saying that he hasn't practiced. So if you have placed your bets on him, it's not looking too great at the moment. But
so just to
this is the
recap, the
time.
total odds for that were paying $344, and remember to gamble responsibly as well at home. So
Yeah.
don't go overboard with your bets. All right, back to the race, and drivers are now on their formation lap. Looks like it's... I don't know if that's overcast conditions or light cloud. No, I think it's definitely overcast.
Yeah.
So even less tyre wear potentially.
Yep. So less tire temps, and yeah, probably even less tyre wear, I'd even say.
Yeah. So it's already quite good. I'm not sure. Can you go soft to hard at France? Is that doable?
I reckon you can.
Okay.
I would love to see someone try it. Like Finn or Safety Car, I'd love to see one of them try it and see if they can pull it off.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go through the order once more just quickly before they line up. So Finn Kelly, safety car on the front row, Bod Hod and Alex 96 NZ on the second row, Very Lazy Tail and Gaming Burger on the third row, Breno and Kerming Texas on the fourth row, NBC Alcatraz and the Smeg round out the top 10. Then we have guys starting on fresh tyres will be AU Wingman and Dylan, both Mercedes, on the sixth row. And then we have both Husses actually on the seventh row, The Rock and Banana Josh. Then we have Unigringo, False Equation 61 and James Cruz. And unfortunately we lost a driver Carlas at the end of qualifying.
And The Rock and James Cruz have chosen the hard, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, just gonna... Okay, so we got 5 red lights for the drivers. As lights out and away we go for the French Grand Prix.
Slides.
That was Finn getting a bit sideways off the line. Let's see if they can keep it clean here. and leaves them off. Looks all fairly clean at the moment. Going into no, there's a spin. It's
around.
It's a racing point. Oh, it's Alcatraz. Okay.
Oh, 3 wide.
3 wide there.
Oh.
At the end of the first sector, getting pretty punchy, these guys. So they come down the Mistral Straight for the first time. Oh, there's been a pass into the chicane, and it's Tao through on Bodhod.
Oh, but that's Williams around. Safety car.
Safety car. Safety car's. Oh, I thought you meant safety car's out. No. Nah. The Rock with a 10-second time penalty, so he must have missed the chicane altogether. I'm not quite sure what happened with Lazy Tao and Bodhod. I thought Tao got through, but then seemed to run wide. There's another yellow flag, and who is it this time? Oh, it's Banana Josh runs really wide. Safety car again, I think, spun. He must have hot tyres, so might just bring up the tyres real quick. Position change. So, safety car's down 15 positions. We'll go back to the start now as Finn bangs it fast lap on the first lap. Starts the second lap. A couple guys in the pits. We've got AU Wingman and Banana Josh both in the pits, probably with wing damage to fix that. So big winners off the start. You'd have to say Tao up 2 positions, Breno as well up 2 positions. Then we have the Rock up 5 positions. Gringo, False Equation and James Cruz all up 5, and then those guys that had to pit losing out quite badly. Safety car, the worst of those, losing 15 positions.
So Bodhod's absolutely perfectly positioned himself.
Perfectly positioned, yeah. Right behind Finn. He's just got to stay within DRS range of Finn, and then he can pass him and basically waltz away with it, unless Tao can keep up with him. Be interesting to see. But yeah, Bodhod looks the real deal. He might even pass Finn before the end of this lap. He's looking very racy on those medium tyres. The soft tyres, can't quite remember how many laps Finn did on those, but we got a bit of lag actually as we're riding on board. But the soft tyres drop off really quickly. As you can see there, you see Finn there running quite wide, and Bodhod's locking up quite a bit as well.
Yeah, they're saving their battery very well, I must say. Far better than I could. So, great job by them.
Yeah, I think Bodhod just running in none there, just following Finn down the straight. So penalties, of course, going to be key as well, not picking up penalties, as I say that. Picks up his first. And Finn, I'm not sure what happened there. He got his 5 second for that. Wow, okay. I'm not quite sure how much, we definitely gained a bit of time. Maybe like a second, but it wasn't quite worth
5, maybe 3 if it was going to be changed to something.
Will Bodhod now.
Look at this run.
Going down this straight into the chicane.
Easy done.
Little lock up, but he gets it done. Sporting an all black helmet. Finn coming back at him.
Finn's looking back. Will Finn look up the inside? He's going to look quite sketchy here, side by side.
Come into...
Bodhod's just went a little bit wide.
And meanwhile, Tao's just dropped out slightly. I think. And he's run wide there, has Tao. But he's out of DRS range of Bodhod, so that's not going to help him. It's only just if he can maybe catch up in the last couple of corners, he might get it. Does he get it? No, he missed out on it this lap. He'll need a good first sector to get it. But will Bodhod pass Finn into turn 1? He doesn't leave much room there. But Finn kind of outbrakes him on the soft tyres and keeps the lead of the race. But heading down to turn 3, looks like Bodhod's got it now.
Beautiful move that. Late on the brakes.
think that's allowed Tao
Yeah,
to catch up and be in DRS range now. So
will
Finn,
Finn be able to get him back?
this is probably the point where Finn's tyres starting to scream a little bit. As Bodhod goes defensive quite early, all the way inside. We do have. Oh, he's moved again. He can't. He can't now move a second time. He has left the inside open, and looks like Finn's able to get that move done. So Bodhod, that was quite odd actually. He went defensive early and then moved back across and gave him the inside. Maybe thought, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just let him
He'll
by.
be kicking himself about that one because he shouldn't have passed before the DRS maybe. So we'll see if he can rethink that approach. Oh no, he's just going to go for it.
Also, let us know in the comments of the stream your predictions for the race. Who you think is going to get on the podium in round 1 of this Diamond League. We are following the battle for the lead at the moment, and Bodhod has taken it from Finn. Tao's hanging on in there, and Breno as well actually is in, maybe just missed out on DRS there, but he's in DRS range. The Rock as well, quietly going about his business in P6 on the hard tyre.
Oh, Finn's around.
Oh, I missed it. The one one part of the race we weren't following the lead.
Poor Finn, he's done so well. As this opens up Tao now to Bodhod.
Okay, will Tao, he's going to be close enough, no. Maybe, so Tao's in DRS, Breno's not, and Gaming Burger's not, so as Dylan passes Finn as well, Finn's dropping back more places on the straight here.
Oh, so they're kind of looking quite close to each other as well.
Finn nearly passed Dylan back, as Dylan nearly he's swerving a little bit, I'm not quite sure why. But
you'll see Finn around the outside.
These guys going into...
they're gone.
Nah, they both held it quite nicely, but that was... I'm not quite sure who should have left more space there, but they're side by side again already. And Dylan, bit of a touch on the rear there of Finn.
Yeah, Finn will not be happy.
And this is banked up the cars behind them as well. So we've got the Smeg right behind Dylan, and then curving Texas, and false equation as the McLaren of curving tries to go right around the outside.
He'll get great traction here. Oh, beautiful move there.
And he's got DRS as well, so he's going to fly past the Smeg. Or was that Finn, sorry. No, it was the Smeg.
Tao has caught up as well, man.
Oh, and Finn has actually pitted in all that. He's serving his 5-second penalty that he got from cutting the corner. So that's devastating.
Chucks on the hearts, is it?
He's gone medium, so he's doing 2-stop.
Interesting, okay.
But yeah, sorry, we'll go back to the battle for the lead, and it is holding up with Tao right on the back of Breno going into the chicane. Oh, both giving plenty of space there, plenty of respect between drivers. Maybe too much. I feel like Tao could have been a bit more aggressive there. He would have had the move done as they're side by side. Going into the fast right.
We'll see Bodhod try and go back up.
No, it looks like Tao's got it.
Tao has sealed it.
So Tao into the lead. That was my prediction for the race, but won't. It gets a bit squirmy there, and that allows Bodhod back in. And they're side by side going through the second last corner.
Round the outside for Bodhod.
Oh wow! And I think that's going to be
beautiful move. Who's going to
get DRS? Crucially,
who's going to get it? Tao gets it. Okay.
Tao. So is he going to make the move here? He's in overtake, so he looks like he's going to try. No, his Bodhod locked up again. He's locking up quite a bit. So we've had 0 predictions in the chat. In the stream chat so far, as Tao runs very deep into turn 4.
Will he pick up a 3? No, okay, he didn't pick up a 5-second.
He probably would have got a warning. He runs wide again. He needs to keep in DRS range of Bodhod. as the Rock picks up a 3-second penalty. And he's probably just about got DRS, but he might be...
Renault's going to look for a move on his teammate as well, Matt.
Okay.
Oh, no. Thinks better of it. The great points for here.
I think we only got... Oh, has someone dropped... What's happened to Finn now?
Oh, Finn.
Oh, no, it was Unit. Unit's dropped. So he spun at turn 1.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and he's got massive wing damage on the right. There's no end plate. So he'll need to pit early. Still 20 laps to go. I'm not quite sure if the hards will make it that far. But you could give it a crack.
A little battle for P10 at the moment as well.
Yeah, I think
curving. Oh, Banana Josh.
Oh, he can't keep that position. He's got to give it up, and he does. Yeah, let's go. But
almost contact between Banana and Finn there.
So Finn right on the back. Banana Josh is on 5 lap hold soft. I'm not quite sure why Banana Josh went on softs when he pitted. That was a bit odd.
As Banana did pick up a 3-second time penalty there for running wide. But yeah, Finn's got great pace. So he should car through these guys.
Ooh, he runs
wide. A bit wide.
Yeah. And the Rock's in the pit. Oh, he was on hard. So what's happened to the Rock?
What tyres he on? Softs, is that soft I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's gone from the hards to the soft. So that's completely ruined his race, whatever's happened. Not quite sure what that was. We missed it, but he comes out in P12 behind his teammate Banana Josh. So both Husses on soft tyres will not be going to the end on those. As Finn looks very racy on curving. Is he going to try and move? Ooh.
That is a risky move, that. Very easy to spin.
He forced curving to go wide there, though, which is not ideal. I think he might have him down the straight. He's a yellow flag. I'm not quite sure where that is. There's a Ferrari in the pits. It's Gringo again. Gringo's
body hold and Tao going at it. Oh, dang.
We'll just stay on board with Finn. I think he's going to make this pass. He's going around the outside, though. I think he might get it done before the chicane. And the Rock is absolutely smashed into the back of curving Texas. It looked like he was never going to pull that up. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but... Oh, and he's got a 10-second time penalty. Oh, wow, I'm not quite sure what happened there, guys.
Oh, but body hold around the outside at turn 1, Matt, for the lead.
Oh, God, I missed that, but jumping on board with him now. I think we've got to stay with this lead battle while it's so close, but yeah, I'm not quite sure if you saw that, Zach, but it looked like the Rock didn't even brake for the chicane there. It just absolutely, just collected the back of curving Texas.
It's not ideal for both of them. It's just wrecked the race further.
So curving was only on 1 lap old tyres, and the Rock hadn't even done a lap on those soft tyres, so that's really hurt him. Yeah,
no racing run must have caught him out, I reckon. Maybe forgot about it. Oh, Tao. Looking up the inside.
Oh, and the Rock is out. He's retired.
Oh, it's a shame.
So his race has gone from looking pretty good in 5th place on hard tyres to having the pit, and then and he was looking probably on for a podium, if I'm honest. But maybe next time.
Yeah, this lead battle is looking very nice and saucy at the moment.
So the top 7 are all on medium tyres and are yet to pit. So they're all looking probably the best place drivers so far. I don't think there's anyone outside the top 7 that could get on the podium today. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think false inflation's looking pretty good as well at the moment. Got 10 spots.
Yeah.
This is the biggest move in Shaker, but yeah.
I don't think Alex's hards are gonna go the distance.
Yeah, I don't think so as well.
And I'm pretty sure Maybe James Cruz actually still on hards.
But he is, because he started on the hards first up.
Let me have a look at the number of stops we've got. So, Alex Finn, safety car, curving has stopped. Banana Josh was just in for his second stop. So is AU Wingman. Alcatraz has stopped. James has not stopped. And Unit in last position out of our runners. As Tao goes so deep into that long right-hander in the third sector, I think he's going to be well out of DRS now. He's lost a bunch of time. I think he's lost a second there. So that's really cost him.
He could look for a pit here maybe, try and get rid of the tyre. Yeah, he stays it.
Yeah, I think usually around lap 12 is when they'd be looking to pit.
If Gaming Burger's charging towards the front pair, I must say, he's looking very racy.
He's only
hopefully my
1.6
prediction
seconds.
does the justice.
Oh, and Wingman has decided to retire.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure if these guys are retiring on track or not. No, he's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, he's in the pits, so well done to him.
Okay. Someone is crashed in Sector 1 though. Mercedes, I'm saying. Safety car, Matt, safety car.
Oh, no, sorry, he hasn't retired in the pits. He's retired at the end of Sector 1. That's what you saw. So safety car's out.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So all the guys that were... so that retirement has caused the safety car. And this is the issue with the new patch, because it seems like random retirements cause safety cars, unfortunately. So, yeah, it wasn't really required there, but it's definitely brought...
So Finn's in as well. Finn's gonna jump up a lot here, so he's pitted for the hards.
Well, this is absolutely played into the top 7 guys, because this is well in their pit window, and they haven't pitted yet. So they're basically laughing at this safety car. If they should all be going in, to be honest, even if they're double stacking.
And this has saved many drivers' race, like Unit Grino.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got like Alcatraz, Finn, Kelly, who's spun as well. So it's brought heaps of drivers back into it. So
Tao doesn't pit. What's he doing? Oh no, he has. Sorry. Who was I looking at there? I was looking at Unit Gringo. Sorry.
Stay out.
There was 2 Ferraris. So Bodhod's in, Tao's in, Gaming Burger's in, Breno's in. Those 2 are going to have to double stack.
Okay.
But they're still going to have to do it, because it's that's what they need to do. The Smeg's in, False Equation is in very carefully, Dylan is in, and Finn's a long way off, but those top 7 absolutely looking very good after this safety car. Bodhog comes out first, behind, and then we've got Tao, Game Burger. Is Breno going to lose any position? He's not even going to lose any positions, is Breno, from double stacking, so no. So
lucky on that, so he'll be happy with that.
Yeah. I'll tell you who this has hurt. The one guy that hadn't stopped yet that's on the hards, and that's James Cruz, because this is not in his pit window yet, and he can't go on to another. He can't go on to another set of hards, so he'll need to pit onto mediums in about 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but I mean, he could try and take the mediums this far. Let's see if he does go to the pits.
He could stay out for a lap behind the safety car, then pit, hoping it stays out for 2 laps or something.
Well, yeah, that's...
Try and squeeze the medium, maybe he could.
Yeah.
This stretch, but...
So he hasn't pitted on this lap, but we'll keep an eye on that to see if he does. But as we're watching this safety car, this is a very good reminder to the drivers that if they are going to retire, to do it in the pits rather than on track, because it does trigger these random safety cars now.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
it can impact on the other drivers, which ref races, but
exactly, and it's not really fair. Like, if you're just giving up, then go and do it in the pits. Don't do it on track and cause a safety car. If you crash out, it's a different story. But yeah.
And plus, these drivers need to remember that there's points. I think there's points all the way down to 20 if they finish the race. So
that's right. Yeah. I think
they just need to finish.
Yeah, when you're racing, that's quite easy to forget, though. I think
quite easy,
you're always thinking, oh, I got to finish in the top 10, but then Of course, Dynamic Esports does have this unique point system where the whole grid basically, if you finish,
Yeah.
scores points. So it is definitely worth staying in the race, and we've only lost 2 drivers, which is not terrible, but yeah, still worth
So the top
sticking there.
7 have all moved up heaps of spots. Then we got like the people who have spun, like Finn. Then we got Alex, safety car, spun on the first lap, so he's definitely loving this safety car.
I'm just going to bring up. I've got the position changed up, so Alcatraz pits again. I wonder what he's pitting for.
Really? Is he thinking medium?
Maybe he should have pitted
medium.
last lap. I'm not sure. So this has actually brought Finn back into the race quite a bit because he'd just pitted again for hard tyres, so he'd be laughing as well. He's in 8th position.
Yep.
Alex on 2-lap-old mediums. I don't know about that. I think he's going to have to nurse them to the end if he doesn't want to stop again. But we'll have to see. Safety car, he's sweet. Banana Josh is sweet. Curving Texas is sweet. James is the big loser, to be honest. And then we've got Alcatraz just pitted for hards as well. And Gringo just pitted for mediums, so he should be able to get those to the end, I think.
Yeah, James Cruz, I reckon, needs to pit this lap for mediums.
Yeah, come on, James. Got to pit this lap, mate. Get in that pit, son. He's the only Red Bull in the race at the moment.
Yeah, probably will. Oh, will the safety car come in? I don't think it will, because Greno's age is behind. So we'll stay on another lap. So James, Jeff, definitely needs to take advantage of this.
I don't think it waits for drivers to catch up, though, does it?
Okay.
No, because
I'm not too sure.
I think it's just 3 laps. Like, I think it's just a standard 3 laps. Yeah. Oh, James nearly rear ends the back of Banana Josh there. Oh, sorry, I think it was Curving Texas, who.
Safety car is staying out this lap, I believe.
Yeah. So this is the 2nd lap we've had safety cars. So they'll be in the next lap, I think.
James pit.
James, come on, pit. If you're listening, is he going to? He's not going to. Come on, James. It's bad luck. But anyway, he misses out on a free pit stop because he won't be able to pit the next lap because the safety car will be in. Unfortunately, so Bodhod leads the race, but it's going to be a frantic restart with the top 7 all on hards of the same age. Then we got Finn on hards as well, basically the same age, only 1 lap older. Alex on the mediums. He'll be the quick.
A wild card.
He has the quickest tyres. So whether he can get through the field, or whether he'll be playing it safe and trying to nurse those tyres to the end, will be interesting.
Yeah.
Because he definitely won't want to pit again. Because that we're dropping down quite a bit. Because behind him, you got safety car, Banana Josh, and Curving Texas, who will definitely be going to the end. Or everyone behind him will be going to the end except James, who's missed his chance to pit.
Yeah.
But, it should be in this lap, I'd imagine. Safety car in this lap confirmed. So we will be getting ready for a restart here. The French Grand Prix, Dynamic Nights Esports, Diamond League, round 1.
Yeah, it's been a cracker so far.
Has been an absolute cracker. It's been a battle for the lead all race. There's been battles all through the field as well. Some incidents. I think The Rock will be regretting hard retiring from the race right about now. You always got to stay in it because you know you can get a safety car, can bring you back in it. But yeah, a couple of lessons for the guys who retired tonight. Don't do it on track, and maybe just don't do it. Because you can always be brought back into track as we're underway with restart. Bodhod gets a good
Beautiful.
run. Gaming Burger's quite close to Tao. I'm not sure he's going to make a jump in down here. As looks like everyone's going to keep it clean. Is anyone going to make a move in turn one? Doesn't look like it. I think Alcatraz actually might on James Cruz. He's sideways as
He's
Alcatraz.
lost it. No, there's Bruno and James together as well. Oh, poor Alcatraz.
Alcatraz come out worse there,
Lost it all on his own, didn't he?
I'm quite sure if there's damage. No, it doesn't look like there's damage, so you'll be alright. Keep going. Excuse me. We'll go back to the front. And the Smeg. He's the first to drop out of the DRS train. DRS won't be activated on this lap, though I think it will be the next lap, will it? Is that right?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Oh, Finn! Beautiful save by Finn.
What happened there?
He just lost the rear on traction zone, just coming out of the chicane there. A bit throttle happy, trying to get past Dylan. Yeah, these drivers need to reset, try and compose, and try and find that rhythm again. Play it safe the first couple laps, and they'll be fine.
So I've been quite impressed, I might just say quietly, compliment all the drivers really for how they've done without assist, because I know quite a few aren't used to that. As Finn makes a move on Dylan.
Beautiful move was.
In the final corner, no less, so difficult place to pass. But Dylan's coming back at turn one.
Yeah,
I'm going to
see
a pass
really
here.
Good on the brakes.
Oh, and he does. He outbrakes him.
That is impressive.
Very impressive from Finn. He's on older halves as well, but Alex looking down the inside of Dylan. But yeah, as I was saying, complimenting all the drivers on how they're going without assist. There hasn't been too many obvious incident scenarios. Maybe that one from the Rock being the exception, as that looked like he just missed his braking point. But Bodhod still leads from Tao, and Gaming Burger sticking with him. So it's brought Gaming Burger into the battle for the lead a little bit. So
yeah,
Breno's dropped off just a little bit, and so has Smeg. So we've got a front three battle pack, and then kind of a couple of guys on their own, and then we've got another big DRS train from Pulse Equation in 6th, all the way down to Banana Josh in 11th. So we'll see this lap. We'll go back to the front to keep the action where it matters. Tao running a very patriotic
False Equation's
helmet. False Equation must have got damage from that turn one incident, and DRS is enabled this lap.
Weird, his wing looks fine and everything.
Oh, okay.
Very.
He's only on 4 lap old mediums. Actually, yeah, he was running the top 7. That is very odd. Are they changing?
That could be a drive-through because he might have sped or something.
He's not. He's not. Yeah, he's gone straight past the garage, so that's a drive-through penalty. Unfortunately for him. Yeah, that's quite ruined his race.
Yeah, he was.
James Cruz still out there on those hards, yet to pit. Our only driver. Tao now does have DRS. Is he going to look for a move? He has a little look, shows his nose, but False Equation gets another penalty as well. Oh, Tao's got an amazing run out of the chicane on Bodhod. I think he's just going to cruise past. That's not even going to be close. Yeah, he's passed him before the next corner. Yellow flag, and I think something's happened to Dylan because he's dropped 2 positions.
He must have dropped it.
We can't take our eyes off this battle, and Gaming Burger's dropped off. He must have made a mistake because he's dropped 2 seconds, and he's right in Breno, his teammate, is right behind him now. So there's a battle for the final pole position as the Smeg loses it big time, and he drops a position to Finn, his teammate. And Alex as well gets by on the medium, so the Smeg had quite a big moment there. Able to recover.
So Finn's up 3 spots since the start of, since the finish of that safety car. So
Tow's made a pass as we've been watching that. He made a pass on the last lap, but he's banged in the fastest lap. Who got a penalty?
For Finn.
Finn. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we got the sound glitch on Bodhoz, so we'll avoid that. And Gringo has now left as well. So he's giving up more points. Gaming Burger and Breno, will they fight or will they help each other out maybe? They could tow each other along to get closer to the lead pack, but
Finn is coming, isn't he? Zooming up on the Toro Rossos.
Yeah, Finn showing good pace here. Still 9 laps left in this race. Plenty of racing left. These guys will be going to the end. As safety car gets a pass done on Banana Josh. She's good. We'll go back to the front because Bodhod is still right behind. Very lazy towel. Going through the last corner. Banana Josh passes safety car back, so that battle rages on. These two have quite a big gap now, 3 seconds. Towel only running in medium ERS, then saving quite a bit. So both drivers got quite a bit of battery to play with, around 50, 60% for both of them now. So bit of cat and mouse here. You don't want to pass too early at France because it always gives the driver you pass a chance back to repass you. So yeah, you've got to either save up your whole battery and then make a pass and then bolt to try and get out DRS. But then you're always going to be slow if you do that anyway without battery. So that's a risk in itself. But the best thing you can do is probably stay in DRS and then wait for like the last lap to pass. Or what would you do, Zach? Do you think?
I'll probably sit behind, try and charge up my battery to like 100%, and I'll try and charge with maybe 3-4 laps, and then if I can't brake, try and settle back down, and then let him pass, and then just try and go on the last lap, because I think the DRS is so powerful around this track. So
it is.
And the slipstream as well.
Oh, was Tao banked in a new fastest lap, beating his old one, 1:35.2. So he's got showing good pace. So why isn't a couple of these guys in Tier 1? Are they?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There'll be definitely some strong candidates for
maybe next
reserves
season.
and fill-ins.
There we go. Yeah,
for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Finn's all over Breno.
Yeah, I was just going to say we've just jumped to that on the stream. He should be able to get him down the DRS straight here. As James Cruz picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he waited all that time to pit and then got a penalty. James.
Poor James.
And Finn's gonna. It might not breeze by.
Out.
Oh, he's just so good under brakes.
My God.
Finn so much deeper, so much more confidence than Breno, and he's passed him easily. Look at the gap already. He's half a second up.
Finn is very impressive in this race. He's definitely the Danny Rick of Diamond. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely sending it late on the brakes, but he gets the job done. He doesn't run deep or wide or anything.
Very impressive.
He gets it pulled up and gets the move done. So he's already, Finn, in DRS range of Gaming Burger. So he'll be in third position within the next couple of laps, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's slowly been shipping through them since safety car.
So Toro Rossos, I'm not sure if they're in a party chat together or something, but maybe not working together very well there to try and fend Finn off. But yeah, Finn maybe just has the pace over these guys. Hod is biding his time. Oh, he runs a bit wide there. Do you mind checking if
Yeah, I'm just checking the penalties right
any
now.
any of the front two have penalties, or how many
Yeah.
warnings they have? Even?
Tao has one penalty. He got that on lap 2, so I'll keep checking.
Yep.
Tao has 2 penalties.
Tao has 2 penalties. Okay, so 6 seconds.
Yep. Let me keep looking.
So you talk, they're 3-second penalties, they're not warnings. That's what you mean?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bodhod loses it!
Someone's around. Are they?
It's Bodhod.
Bodhod, beautiful save.
He's lost it. He's full sideways there. We caught that on the stream, but he managed to catch it. So it was only a half spin, but that would really, really heat up his tyres, and he's lost 3 seconds to Tao. How many penalties does Bodhod have?
Tao has 15 seconds worth of penalties.
Alright,
I'm about to check Bodhod.
Tao brings in another fastest lap, 1:35.1. I'm surprised Finn's not doing fast laps.
Alright, I'll check Bodhod now.
So this is the first time in the race on lap 22 that we don't actually have a battle for the lead, which is quite incredible. So we might have to try and find some action elsewhere. Banana Josh, I didn't notice that he'd left, but he's joined back in. Who we got? So we got Breno actually still on the back of Finn. Finn is now out of DRS of the Gaming Burger, so his charge is halted for now. He might have been running low on battery. He's only at 20%.
So Bodhod has 3 seconds worth of penalties.
That's it. So, okay. So all he's got to do is keep within 12 seconds of Tao, and Bodhod's won the race.
Yeah.
And the Gaming Burger. Actually, Tao's gonna drop down quite a bit because there's Gaming Burger, Finn, Breno, and maybe even Alex.
Yeah.
They're all within 15 seconds of the lead. So Tao might be the fastest driver on track at the moment, but his penalties are going to come back to bite him, I think. With only 5 laps to go, I don't think he's going to be able to...
Gaming Burger doesn't have a penalty. So this could be interesting here.
And he's only 2.3 seconds behind Bodhod, who does have a penalty. So at the moment, Gaming Burger could be winning the race.
Very interesting that. Finn does have a few penalties. I can see briefly. He's probably got around 6 or 9 seconds. So Gaming Burger and Bodhod are looking very, very good on penalty wise. So yeah, Tao's looking at dropping down to P5, P6, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Finn's all over the back of... Oh, we had a little look there on Gaming Burger. How many penalties does Finn have? Because
I'll check that officially.
I think this... If Finn doesn't have a penalty, this battle between Gaming Burger and Finn could be the battle for the lead in the end.
Yeah.
For the win, rather. Same thing.
I'll check
but...
how many properly Finn's got.
Oh, and Finn has actually forced Gaming Burger wide there, and I think he's got the move done, has he? Oh, he forces him off the track. I'm not sure if he should have left room there. Stewards might look at that post-race, but gets the move done for now. So Finn up into P3 on track, but if he keeps it within 3 seconds of Bodhod, he might win this race. Depending on his own penalties, of course.
Finn has 2 penalties.
Oh, and so Finn's actually led Gaming Burger back through there, Zach.
Yeah. So great. Okay, so great racing.
Good sportsmanship there from Finn.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe he realised that he didn't leave him room on the exit when he made the pass. And he's all over the back of him already. He's passed him back. before turn 3. So
Making
good,
light work of him.
good sportsmanship there to give the position back, but then takes it back straight away. So well done, guys. Oh, we've got a message in the race stream that Bodhod, his DRS is stuck open, which is why he spun out mid-corner. That would make a lot of sense. I'm just going to look at his car now. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see it on stream. I'm not sure how those mechanical failures work, but
yeah, I'll try and. Yeah, it's close for us, but it must be open for him.
So
That's why he's dropped so far off.
He'll be absolutely rapid down the straights, but he will have. Oh yeah,
he's always gone. Yeah,
you can see how much he's struggling in the corners with that DRS stuck open. So there's only 3 laps left. He's just got to keep ahead of maybe Finn and Gaming Burger, and he'll probably finish second in this race.
What happened to Finn? He's 3 seconds behind Bodhod. This is playing in the Towers' hands. 6-second gap.
Well, I don't think Tao's going to win the race because he's got too many penalties.
No way. He needs these guys to fight a lot harder and stuff. But Gaming Burgers, yeah, he's looking good. I'm not sure on the penalties what's going to happen here. Gaming Burgers got none. Bodhod on 1. Finn on a 9. So
I'm not quite sure if Bodhod is actually driving the car because he's typing in the game chat.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he's doing both. Very talented.
Yeah, very, very talented. If he's talking in the stream and and racing with his DRS stuck open as well. Yeah. That's quite the multitasking effort that is. Gaming Burger all over the back of Finn, but I don't know.
Yeah, Finn's lacking a lot, isn't he?
Oh, he's only got 9% battery, that's why, and the Gaming Burger has 75, so Gaming Burger has lots of battery to play with, as Bodhod says in the chat that he is. I assume that's an answer to us saying
that he's driving and parking or something.
That he's driving, yeah. So I don't know. But thanks for that information. That helped us out. He's doing very well considering his DRS is stuck open. If he hangs on to this second position, he'll be very, very impressed.
Yeah.
But Finn's still within 2.3 seconds, so at the moment, Finn's going to win the race. Or is it Gaming Burger that doesn't have a penalty?
Gaming Burger.
Does Finn have penalties?
Yep, he does.
How many?
9. I think 9.
9. Okay, so Gaming Burger needs to... Oh, it's going to be so close, Zach. He's like hovering around 3 seconds outside of Bodhod's time at the moment. He's going to be so close. So Gaming Burger, he needs to get this move done on Finn, actually. He's got 100% battery now. He needs to get it done, and he's going to win the race. He needs to spend all that battery in the next 2 laps, and he'll win the race. He's not using anything. What's he doing?
What's he doing? I'll keep checking the penalties. There's a couple laps now.
Oh, and I think he's out of the 3 seconds now. I'm not sure that he's realised this because he won't be able to check Tao and Bodhod's penalties. He'll only be able to check Finn's, but so he won't know. But he's not using any of his battery, unfortunately. And we got Dylan had a bit of a moment. I think he lost.
Bodhod's got 6 seconds now. Bodhod picked up another penalty on lap 24, so this could change how the race is going to play out here.
So Finn could win the race.
But we have to remember.
No, he can't.
Oh no, Tao's got 15. That's right. Tao's got 15. I was just thinking, could Tao secure a podium? Tao could still get a podium here.
Yeah, he could.
Still looking good for a podium, I think. Yeah, just
because of the other penalties as well. But I think Gaming Bird is going to win. I actually think he's going to win. Yes, he is. He's going to win because Finn's Gaming Burger's Gap to Finn is 2 seconds.
Yeah. Should have this.
Sorry, Finn's gap to Bodhod's 2 seconds, and Gaming Burger's gap to Finn is half a second. So it's going to be
We'll
really
see Gaming
close.
Burger go for a dive bomb.
Come on.
He's going to go for it.
If you get this move done, you win the race.
Oh,
no, this is going to cost them maybe.
Finn's, no. Oh! Finn just held on to it. I thought they were both going to end up in the wall there.
Okay, so that's cost Gaming Burger a little bit of time. 3/10. He needs to find 3/10 in the last sector, and he wins the race. He doesn't know it, but if he does that, he wins. Finn!
No way!
Finn's touched him, so that's it.
Finn could have just cost him. We'll see if Bodhod's picked up any more penalties.
I don't know if Bodhod's picked up any more, but that could be the battle for the win.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting. Just have a surprise. We'll see what happens here.
Tao
crosses the line.
Does the fastest lap on the last lap.
What's going to happen here?
I think Gaming Burger waited a lap to.
Bodhod is the winner at the moment.
Gaming Burger wins!
He gets it.
And Finn comes. Oh, Breno jumps up to 4.
Breno, P4. Oh, Breno 1.3 behind Tao. Tao almost
close.
got the win. To be honest, Tao was close to the win, and he almost got seconds. Okay, so Tao did very well then.
Yeah.
Considering 15 seconds, he'll be kicking himself over that.
Yeah, he will be. So Breno in 4th position. Finn comes home in 5th. Alex made those mediums last 17 laps. Very nice job. And he comes home in 6th. Then we've got the Smeg, Safety Car, and Banana Josh. False Equations coming off the line. He'll finish 10th, pending penalties. No,
he doesn't get the point. I was going to say he had a drive.
Oh no, they all get points. Remember?
Oh yeah. See, I'm even forgetting.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's easy. Alcatraz finishes 13th. James Cruz on the softs. Is he going to do the fastest lap on the last lap? Possibly. Bodhod's saying that his DRS was stuck open from lap 19, so it's quite an effort to hang on to P2, mate, and only lose the race by 2 seconds as well. So I think Bodhod maybe would have won the race had that not happened to him. You've got to imagine James, he lost more than 2 seconds. Well, he's not gone for the fastest lap with the weaves, but that's been the French Grand Prix for the Dynamic Nights Esports. Simon's here. Congratulations to our race winner, Gaming Burger. He wouldn't have known he was going to win the race on the last lap. We knew, but it would have been a nice surprise for him.
He'll be very happy.
Bodhod, against the adversity he had in the race with the DRS stuck open for the last 8 laps, he comes home in P2, and the race leader for most of the race, Very Lazy Towel, P3, but with a absolute truckload of penalties, loses 2 positions.
Well.
Still drove well. He'll take the fastest lap point as well. I think he had the 3 fastest laps in the race, actually.
Yeah, he did. He was reeling them off towards the end there. But yeah, thanks to Gaming Burger, since he was my race prediction. So
yeah, very nicely done by you, Zach. We'll have to see if any of these guys pop up in the NBC multi for round 2 next week.
We will. That will be very interesting to see.
So we might try and get these guys in a party. I'm not sure if they have microphones, and see if we can do a little drive interview. But just quickly, top 10 were Gaming Burger, Bodhod, Very Lazy Tower, Breno, Finn Killy, Alex, The Smeg, Safety Car, Banana, Josh and Kevin, Texas. And then you can see the rest there on your screen. All drivers finish the race will receive points with the Dynamic Nights Esports point system. So just gonna dive into my party and invite our podium place drivers. Cool. Yeah. And who else do we have? Bodhod. Do you have him? Yeah. I've got it, I think. He's not. Yeah, I got him. He's online. Okay, I might just grab who is Bodhod. Bodhod.
Yep.
Alright, so we've got 2 of our drivers invited so far. I'll just get Bodhod up here. Chat party.
We got our podium places joining the party.
Okay, so I believe we have our race winner, Gaming Burger, we'll chat to first. Hey there, mate.
Yep.
Well, firstly, congratulations on your victory in round 1. Did you think you might have a chance at the victory, like on the last lap? Did you have any idea, or you had no idea?
Well, coming into the weekend, absolutely not until qualifying. And then the safety car, yeah. I went through the race director and saw penalties, so I was quite happy with that.
Very
and
smart.
then come the last lap, actually when the dude that was in front of me overtook me, I just thought I'd sit behind him because he was pretty quick, and that caught us up to Hod, and yeah.
Yep. That was who was that, Zach? That
Pardon?
was
that?
Alfa Romeo.
Finn, wasn't it?
Finn Kelly.
Finn, that was it.
Yep.
Cool. Well, yeah, well done on the race win
Great
on
job,
penalties.
Gaming Burger.
Third
Awesome
on
job
track.
keeping it clean. Yep.
So, and our second place driver, Bodhod, unfortunately had the issue with the DRS that he told us about in stream chat. So, talk us through that, mate. Were you just going through a corner and she failed on you, or what happened?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can. Yep.
Well, it was at the end of the main straight, actually. It just didn't drop, so I spun it on whatever that big fast right-hander was, like 3 laps in a row. Kind of wrecked a good battle for the lead, actually, so that was disappointing. But yeah, that was a pain to drive with last. I think it was 8 laps.
Yeah, I can imagine that would have been very tough. But yeah, that was a great battle between you and Tao there for the first, probably first 20 odd laps there. It was great racing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good. I loved it. So, but yeah, disappointing that Cody's jumped in there. But,
Yeah, I've had that a couple of times myself. It's very frustrating. But yeah, and lastly, our third place driver, very lazy tail, first on track, mate. But penalties cost you
what could
today.
have been, wasn't it?
Maybe a lesson learned for future rounds. But you did have a pretty good race. You and Bodhod battled most of the race until he had his issues with the DRS. I think it was lap 22 that happened. So that was the first lap we didn't have a battle for the lead.
Yeah, I was trying to pull away, to be honest. I just couldn't get away. It's just that back straight. It's ridiculous. It just pulls you in. And then I knew I already had like 15 seconds of penalty after like the 5th lap, so I was just trying to have some fun. And then the gap sort of came. I didn't realise how close I actually was, so I probably shouldn't have weaved on the straight, but it doesn't matter. A bit of fun. P1 Sebastian.
Yeah.
Great job.
It was an absolutely cracking first race, boys, of the diamond tier, and well done on the podium, and congratulations to all our drivers. I think everyone did really well without assists. Yeah,
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
It's a sign of good things to come for this league. So, might wrap it up there, Zach. Final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, that was the crack of a race. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next round. Should be very interesting, I reckon. I'm keen to see if a few drivers will practice a bit more through the week and come back even stronger. But yeah, I'm keen, Matt.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. I'm not sure what the next round is. Tao, you might be able to tell us.
Yeah, it's Singapore.
Singapore. Oh, wow. So
I don't know why I chucked that in a second, but I did.
You really haven't made it easy for these guys with no assists. Straight up, France and Singapore, they're probably the 2 of the hardest tracks. So,
Correct.
yeah, really thrown into the deep end. But yeah, all right. We'll see you next round at Singapore next week.
Yep.
Okay. See you guys.